Hi, eighth grade. One thing I was noticing today in ELA is that people have forgotten what happened in our story. So we're going to take this conferencing block as a chance to sort of reacquaint ourselves with what was happening in Flowers for Algernon after Progress Report 6. So turn to your packet and we're going to get caught up so that we can remember what happened. You'll be on page 288. That's in the top left corner here. And it says Progress Report 6, March 15th. Keep in mind as I'm reading, you're going to follow along and underline anything that seems really important. Put a star next to important parts and a smiley face next to anything that seems like really good characterization for Charlie. I'm going to highlight important parts so you can go ahead and follow along and underline that in the text. Remember now, by Progress Report 6, Charlie has just had his operation, and we are going to start learning how his brain is changing over time. Okay, so follow along with me. Progress Report 6, March 15th. The operation didn't hurt. He did it while I was sleeping. They took off the bandages from my eyes and my head today so I can make a progress report. Dr. Niemer, who looked at some of my other ones, said I spell progress wrong, and he told me how to spell it and report too. I got to try and remember that. I have a very bad memory for spelling. Dr. Strauss says it's okay to tell about all the things that happened to me, but he says I should tell more about what I feel and what I think. When I told him I don't know how to think, he said, try. All the time when the bandages were on my eyes, I tried to think. Nothing happened. I don't know what to think about. Maybe if I ask him, he will tell me how I can think now that I'm supposed to get smart. What do smart people think about? Fancy things, I suppose. I wish I knew some fancy things already. Right, Progress Report 7. March 19th. Nothing is happening. I had lots of tests and different kinds of races with Algernon. I hate that mouse. He always beats me. Dr. Strauss says I've got to play those games. And he said sometime I've got to take those tests over again. These ink blots are stupid. And those pictures are stupid too. I like to draw a picture of a man and a woman, but I won't make up lies about people. I got a headache from trying to think so much. I thought Dr. Strauss was my friend, but he don't help me. He don't tell me what to think or when I'll get smart. Miss Kinnean didn't come to see me. I think writing these progress reports are stupid too. Take a second, pause the video, and write here in the margin of your book how Charlie is starting to change now that he's had the operation. How is Charlie changing in Progress Report 7 now that he's had this operation? Okay, welcome back. We're on Progress Report 8, March 23. I'm going back to work at the factory. They said it was better I should go back to work, but I can't tell anyone what the operation was for, and I have to come to the hospital for an hour every night after work. They're going to pay me more money every month for learning to be smart. I'm glad I'm going back to work because I miss my job and all my friends and all the fun we have there. Dr. Strauss says I should keep writing things down, but I don't have to do it every day, just when I think of something or something special happens. He says, don't get discouraged because it takes time and it happens slow. He says it took a long time with Algernon before he got 3 times smarter than he was before. That's why Algernon beats me all the time, because he had that operation too. That makes me feel better. I could probably do that amazed faster than a regular mouse. Maybe someday I'll beat Algernon. Boy, that would be something. So far, Algernon looks like he might be smart permanent. Okay. So in Progress Report 8, right here for March 23rd, take a moment in the margin to write in what way has Algernon the mouse improved from that operation. Pause the video and we'll come back in a moment. Okay, welcome back. We're on March 25th. I don't have to write progress report on top anymore, just when I hand it in once a week for Dr. Niemer to read. I just have to put the date on. That saves time. We had a lot of fun at the factory today. Joe Carp said, "Hey, look where Charlie had his operation. What did they do? Charlie put some brains in." I was going to tell him, but I remembered Dr. Strauss said no. Then Frank Riley said, "What did you do, Charlie? Forget your key and open your door the hard way?" That made me laugh. They're really my friends, and they like me. Sometimes somebody will say, "Hey, look at Joe or Frank or George. He really pulled a Charlie Gordon." I don't know why they say that, but they always laugh. This morning, Amos Borg, who is the foreman at Donegan's, used my name when he shouted at Ernie, the office boy. Ernie lost a package. He said, "Ernie, for God's sake, what are you trying to be, a Charlie Gordon?" I don't understand why he said that. I never lost any packages. May 28th. Dr. Strauss came to my room tonight to see why I didn't come in like I was supposed to. I told him I don't like to race with Algernon anymore. He said I don't have to for a while, but I should come in. He had a present for me, only it wasn't a present, but just for Lent. I thought it was a little television, but it wasn't. He said I got to turn it on when I go to sleep. I said, "You're kidding. Why should I turn it on when I'm going to sleep? Who ever heard of a thing like that?" But he said, if I want to get smart, I got to do what he says. I told him I didn't think I was going to get smart, and he put his hand on my shoulder and said, "Charlie, you don't know it yet, but you're getting smarter all the time." Now I'm highlighting this because it's super important. You won't notice for a while. I think he was just being nice to make me feel good because I don't look any smarter. Oh yes, I almost forgot. I asked him can I go back to the class at Miss Kinnian's school. He said I won't go there. He said that soon Miss Kinnian will come to the hospital to start and teach me special. I was mad at her for not coming to see me when I got the operation, but I like her, so maybe we will be friends again. Okay. So make sure you star this portion here that's talking about Charlie improving and getting smarter all the time. All right, now we are at March 29th, the bottom of page 289. That crazy TV kept me up all night. How can I sleep with something yelling crazy things all night in my ears? And the nutty pictures. Wow. I don't know what it says when I'm up, so how am I going to know when I'm sleeping? Dr. Strauss says, it's okay. He says my brains are learning when I sleep, and that will help me when Miss Kinnian starts my lessons in the hospital. Only I found out it isn't a hospital, it's a laboratory. I think it's all crazy. If you can get smart when you're sleeping, why do people go to school? That thing I don't think will work. I used to watch the late shows and the late shows on TV all the time, and it never made me smart. Maybe you have to sleep while you watch it. Okay, pause the video for a second and write one sentence in the margin describing what is the treatment that Charlie's receiving and how is Dr. Strauss trying to get Charlie to learn when he's sleeping. Think about how Charlie is reacting to that. Is he positive about it or is he negative? Pause the video and we'll come back in a second. Okay, welcome back. We are at Progress Report 9 on April 3rd. I'm going to load another video, so stick around, click on the next video, and we'll get started reading the next part.